The West Street Males were a group of 5 male lions in the Mala Mala Game Reserve, South Africa, who formed a successful coalition in the 1990s and early 2000s. They are known as the fathers of the infamous Mapoho Coalition. The West Street Males, who were likely 8-year-old lions in 1998, provided stability to the airfield Pride, siring many cubs. Their history is significant as they established a precedent for the Mega Pride coalitions that followed in the Sabi Sands. These are believed to have been the fathers of the West Street Males, Mapoha's grandfathers. Not much is known about them, but there were a coalition of 4 to 5 males. It's believed they were born sometime in the late 1970s in Kruger National Park, where they then moved to Sabi Sands. It's not known if their coalition was given a name. They were pushed out of Kruger by the Split Rock males Tyson and Scar's fathers. A few years after this, they were seen mating with the Airfield or Sparta lionesses. They gave birth to 5 males, which are believed to have been the West Street Males. The 5 West Street Males are known as Broken Nose, Mac Sr., Scar Eyebrow, Blondie, and Scar Nose. Like other males, they became nomadic with 3 to 4 years and entered Sabi Sands on the look for their kingdom. They were big and strong lions and were ready to become kings. So they took pride after pride, and after 2-3 years in Sabi Sands, they weren't just a coalition of Sabi Sands. They were the dominant force. No other coalition could step in their way. They sired the Split Rock Males. In 1996, they sired the Roller Coaster Males. In these days, a young lion, later called Makhulu, entered them. Not welcomed by the Sparta Pride females, but these aggressive boys accepted him. They knew who he was, their son. One day, probably the biggest leader of all times in Sabi Sands. After the time, Spartas accepted young Makhulu and gave in 2001 and 2002 birth to several litters. Later, the cubs will be called Rasta, Dreadlocks, Pretty Boy, Kinky Tail, and Mr. T. The West Street Males are considered to be one of the most successful male lion coalitions Mala Mala has ever seen, and they paved the way for the subsequent dominance of Mega Pride coalitions like the Mapoho. Their legacy is not only in their immediate success, but also in the influence they had on the dynamics of lion society in the Sabi Sands and Kruger National Park. With a territory extending to both banks in the north of the Mara Triangle, the 5 Bilshaka boys, Koshok, Kayak, Chongo, Doa, and Kibagoyo, all born in 2014 into the Maniko Pride in the Olare Motorogi Conservancy, are increasingly spending their time venturing further into the Greater Mara. This shift in their territory usage is creating a power vacuum in the Mara Triangle. The Angama lioness lost her previous litter of 4 cubs who were sired by the Bilshakas to a marauding male from the southern region, emphasizing the vulnerability when a territory is left unguarded. These boys were born into the Maniko Pride. Their fathers are Lalparpit and Albarnoti. 2 males were born in March 2014 and are brothers. 3 males were born in May 2014. 2 are brothers, while I am not sure about the third. 1 male was born in September 2014. When they arrived, they were not yet 3 years old, and for some odd reason the 2 Marsh Pride males, Rafiki and Caribou, tolerated them in their territory. The 3 Kichwa males crossed the river and chased them around several times, but they never stayed as the Marsh Pride females had left their territory to keep their 9 cubs safe from the intruding males, so the Kichwa males always returned to their prides in the Northern Triangle. The 6 Bilshaka males stayed being happy campers and grew in size and confidence. At some point they turned tables on the Kichwa males and chased them back across the river. The males started to mate with the different satellite Marsh Pride females, and Spot and Rembo gave birth to cubs, hence both lost their litters. Rembo's cubs were killed by one member of the coalition, not being aware the cubs have been sired by one of his partners. That is always a serious risk with large coalitions of male lions and can turn out being utterly destructive for lion prides. After the older Bilshaka males were chased out of the marsh territory, these 7 young boys took over the pride as a unified force. While they certainly have numbers on their side, they are still inexperienced, and we are waiting to see how the dynamics play out. Taking down heavyweight buffaloes seems to be their thing, closely followed by patrolling and scent marking in a bid to secure their new territory. This coalition might be getting old, but they still reign the Mara Triangle with an iron paw. Unlike their four brothers in Mara North, Isakita males, Bilshaka males have definitely reached their potential. They have left their genes in 3 prides, and with 20+ subs left behind, some of them are already adults. Bilshakas will be remembered a very successful coalition. Their lack of experience in the beginning of their reign is the reason why this coalition didn't become as successful as their fathers or as successful as other coalitions in Mara, like 4 kilometers males, Notches, Ricaro boys, etc. Still, Bilshakas have left a big genetic trace behind, and they have successfully continued their father's legacy. Unfortunately, this coalition has a dark side. Keeping Paradise Pride as the core of their territory, once in 3 to 4 months Bilshakas leave their home and invade Marsh Pride. These invasions come at a very high cost. Bilshakas have killed countless cubs in the marsh. Not the typical behavior for adult male lions, as they usually conquer and keep territories. But this is the wild, and it is what it is. Their fling with Marsh Pride has ended. Topi boys took charge and expelled Bilshakas from Marsh Plains. Bilshakas are now trying their luck with Ricaro Pride. Bilshakas are slowly aging. Time is no longer on their side. As a coalition of 4 male lions, they are still formidable. But their time of causing havoc is coming to an end. The Black Rock Boys refers to a notable coalition of male lions in Kenya's Masai Mara National Reserve. This coalition consisted of Alabor, Alashipa, Oloimina, and Lorcalup. The Black Rock Lions were born in 2017 and were given names by the Masai people based on their personalities. Alabor, known as the strongest and the leader of the group, he was the dominant male of the Rongai and Maji Yafaisai prides. Alashipa, a member of the coalition. Oloimina, known as the hunter and the one who always took the lead. Lorcalup, a tagalong who had a runny nose. Alabor sadly passed away under mysterious circumstances a few weeks before the release of the documentary. An immersive and compelling story of the daily lives and struggles of 5 young lions in the Black Rock region of Kenya's Masai Mara Reserve. Born in 2017, the lions were given names by the Masai people to suit their personalities. It seems like yesterday when the 5 Black Rock males invaded Rongai Pride territory and started their journey of success. Unfortunately, they disappeared one after the other, and now only 2 of the male from this coalition remains. Alashipa and his loyal brother Oloimina. Unfortunately, Lorcalup's death changes everything for the worse for Black Rock boys. With Lorcalup, Black Rock males still were a very powerful force, not to be messed with. Now Black Rock males will have a difficult time. There are threats everywhere. The longevity of this coalition is definitely gone. There is no way that they will be able to remain kings during their autumn years after they turn 10 years old. The best they can hope for is for them to rise one more generation of cubs with their current family. Rongai Pride is their best bet. They will pretty soon abandon Maji Yafaisai Pride. But as a coalition of 2 male lions, it will be extremely difficult for them to remain in power. This coalition, who once had the best odds to reign, now has the worst odds. That being said, we don't believe that their sons will dethrone them. Olankara and his brothers are playing with fire. Rongai male subs are still too young and inexperienced. They managed to bully Alashipa, but once Oloimina and Alashipa find them, there will be blood. Olankara and his brothers have overplayed their hand. Plus, the lionesses of Rongai Pride will definitely align with their kings. Let's hope it doesn't end badly. As of April 2025, Alashipa and Oloimina are the last 2 remaining males of the Black Rock Coalition, and still they can pull it off and reign again. They are still in their prime, and now they have the most valuable trait in their world. The Marsh Pride of lions are perhaps one of the most famous prides in the world, thanks to wildlife series like BBC Earth's Dynasties and Animal Planet's Big Cat Tales, which has chronicled the lives of its members for many decades. The story of the Marsh Pride tells the tale of a famous lion pride in Kenya's Masai Mara Reserve, documented by the BBC and other broadcasters for over 40 years, according to BBC. It chronicles the Pride's struggle for survival amidst increasing human-lion conflicts, including attacks on cattle, revenge attacks by Maasai herders, habitat loss, and population growth. The story highlights the shifting loyalties, power struggles, and resilience of the lions within the Pride, as well as the challenges of living alongside humans and the Maasai people. The core Pride divides their time between the Muziara Marsh territory and the nearby Bilshaka area for most of year, and field guides and guests have enjoyed the ever-changing dynamics unfold over the years. There are currently 4 adult females, namely Kito, Dada, Lola, and Kaleo, as well as 3 young adults, a male called Oliku, 2 young females, Enkarai and Nazirian. The youngest member, Nusurika, daughter of Lola, is also part of the family. Kito is the matriarchal leader and decision-maker for this group, with Kaleo and Lola providing support. The Bilshaka males, Koskok, Kayak, Chango, and Kibagoyo have been in control over this Pride, although we are seeing a rising influence of the young Topi boys in recent times. Documented for over 40 years by the BBC and other broadcasters around the world, the Marsh Pride is the most filmed pride of lions on Earth. The Marsh Pride is currently facing challenges and changes. While the Pride has seen its numbers fluctuate, it remains a significant focus of wildlife documentaries and conservation efforts. The current rulers of the Marsh Pride in the Masai Mara are the Topi Boys. Specifically, the Topi Boys are a group of 7 males who are challenging Oliku and his alliance with the Marsh Pride females. While Kito is the matriarchal leader and decision-maker for the female lions, the Topi Boys are steadily gaining influence and control over the territory. A coalition of 4 young males, including Scarface, who dominated the Marsh Pride for a period. The coalition, which included his brothers Hunter, Sikio, and Morani, was famous for its dominance and control over a large area of the Mara. Scarface himself was also known for his distinctive scar, which earned him his name and his powerful presence. Scarface, along with his brothers Hunter, Sikio, and Morani, formed a powerful coalition that controlled a significant portion of the Masai Mara. This outstanding coalition reigned over a vast 400 square kilometer territory. Their unity and strength allowed them to defend their pride against rival lions and other external threats, cementing their place in the history of Masai Mara's Lion Kingdom. The Musketeers were known for their ability to take over and control prides and territories in the Mara. It was during these quests and territorial takeovers and fights that the Musketeers started disappearing one by one. Hunter vanished in August 2019, while Sikio succumbed to injuries from territorial fights in early 2020, leaving Morani and Scarface still holding on to the Lookout Pride. Scarface was a legendary alpha lion, native to the Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya. After the death of Scarface, the only member of the Musketeer coalition left was Morani, and he was missing from 2024, and we have concluded that the Great Musketeer Coalition has ended. But their legacy will remain in the heart of lion lovers around the world.